there is inside of us, we have appetites. We have appetite for food, we have appetite for beautiful clothing, we have appetite for good perfume, a nice house, we have sexual appetites. We have these appetites that Allah put inside of us. This is what human beings were created with. زين للناس حب الشهوات من النساء والبنين والقناطير المقنطرة من الذهب والفضة والخيل المسومة والأنعام والحرث. A beautiful ride, الخيل المسومة, investments. These are appetites that human beings have. They have a hunger for them. They are intrigued by them. They have an allure towards them. And there's a list of them in the Quran. Fine. So there is something inside of us that is pulling us towards what gives us pleasure from this world. Yeah? There's something that's pulling us towards this world. And then and that's already inside of us. It's like the explosive material, the dangerous, fuel is already inside. The combustible fuel is already inside, ready to be set on fire. And then there's the devil, shaitan, trying to set that stuff on fire. So now we've got the explosive material already inside, and then you've got shaitan constantly trying to light it up. And then on top of all of that, you've got, and by the way, shaitan's mentioned here or no? Inna shaitana lil insan aduwwun mubin. Okay, so we've got two dangerous materials now. This is why Allah says, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَى. The nafs has inside it explosively dangerous material. And taqwa also. It has both. Then on top of that, you've got a society or a friend or an owner, whoever, that is pulling you towards the wrong. So you already have a draw, because you're born with appetites. The devil wants you to use those urges for the wrong reason. And then you've got the human efforts, a person or society pulling you also towards the wrong thing. Yeah, so you've got these three forces working against you, actually. Part of you is working against you too. The devil's definitely working against you, and then the devil gets successful in using other people to work against you also, yeah? Now, Yusuf alayhi salam in scene 1 with this woman found himself, and what does he say? Ma'adallah. Ma'adallah. I'm going to cling on to Allah. Now, I want you to imagine the imagery. Something's pulling you away and you're holding on, right? You're holding on. So the gravitational force has not ended. The negative elements, the enemies within and without, haven't disappeared. They're still there. They're still tugging at you. You're not budging because you're what? Holding on. Yeah, that's the idea. So imagine you're tied to somebody, they're pulling at you, but you're holding on. Yeah? فَقَدْ اسْتَمْسَكَ بِالْعُرْوَةِ الْوُثْقَى. He's holding on to an anchor, not letting go. So the first time we found the imagery of him holding on, clinging on, was ma'adallah. That's number 1. Then it came back again when she said فَاسْتَعْصَمَ, and he held on tight. So twice Allah mentions what? Holding on, holding your ground. Now even if he's holding his ground, does it mean that the pull has gone away? No. So we've only discussed him holding on. Now comes the other part. The other part is, Ya Allah, I'm holding on as best I can, but can you change the pull a little bit? Can you get rid of the pull? Can you loosen these ties a little bit? Can you cut them for me? You understand? So twice in this story, Allah says, twice, holding on. Twice he says, وَكَذَلِكَ لِنَصْرِفَ عَنْهُ السُّوءَ وَالْفَحْشَاءَ. And now he's going to say, وَإِلَّا تَصْرِفْ عَنِّي كَيْدَهُنَّ. He says, Allah says, and that's so we can steer evil away from him. Steer the evil away from him. And here he's going to say, and if you don't steer their scheme away from me, if you don't steer, now this is not about him holding on. This is about the ropes that are pulling, getting cut and pulling on something else. Go away. Change the direction of this wind. Stop pushing me in this direction. You understand? Now there's two parts. Holding on tight. Now let's imagine that there's strong winds and they're pulling you this way and you're holding on to something, yeah? Like a hurricane or something like that, yeah? The part that's yours, where you're using your strength, is in holding on. And as you start getting weaker, or you say, Ya Allah, I'm only that strong, I can't hold on much longer. Can you make the wind go away? That part's not up to you, that part is up to who? That part is up to Allah. So there's two things. There's you holding on. But if you show to Allah that you are holding on, Allah will change the direction of the wind. Allah will redirect. Allah will make the pull go away. Because Allah did not create human beings to be constantly yanked in this way. After every difficulty comes what? ease. And this lesson is so beautiful because it actually takes us back to so many places in the Quran. Like for example, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ and قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. There's evil on the outside and there's evil on the inside. You got to hold on and not let the evil on the inside get to you, and Allah will protect you from the evil from the outside. You come to the Fatiha, you tell Allah, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ, we're going to worship you. We worship you means we're holding on to you. But we can't hold on to you, we're not strong enough, we need your help. Because there's things pulling us away from worshiping you. So we don't just say, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ, what do we say? وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, we need your help. So turning their direction somewhere else, getting me away from them, getting them away from me rather, that's Allah's intervention. So there's two parts. To get away from evil, I have to first show Allah that I'm holding on as best I can. But I also have to admit that me holding on doesn't mean that I have angelic ability where I can constantly hold on and never be tempted and never let my grip loose. And I'm human. I'm human.